Good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don in here with you. Severe weather coverage at 1:37 a.m. Central. The National Weather Service office out of Birmingham has just issued a tornado warning. This tornado warning is going to be for western portions of Lee County and extreme southern Tallapoosa County. National Weather Service radar is indicating a possible tornado in extreme southern portions of Tallapoosa County, and that is going to be moving off to the northeast. I'll just read the text of this tornado warning for you. A tornado warning remains in effect until 2 a.m. Central for northwestern Lee County, northeastern Macon County, and south central Tallapoosa County. At 1:34 a.m. this morning, a confirmed tornado was located near Tuskegee, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Damaging winds will be possible with this storm. Again, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground near Tuskegee, Alabama, moving to the northeast at around 50 miles per hour. So if you are in the Notasulga area, it is time to go to your safe place. If you are on campus at Auburn University, you will need to be ready to go to your safe place here in just a few moments. If this storm continues its present track, it's going to bring it very close to downtown Auburn, probably within the next 30 minutes or so. So this is a call to action for anyone who is in the path of this storm, Notasulga. And eventually, Auburn University is going to be in the direct path of this confirmed tornado that is now on the ground near Tuskegee, moving to the northeast. Also, if you're down there around Beauregard, I would be paying very close attention to this storm as well. Let me bring up the chat room and so that we can answer questions here. And just bear with us. We're watching several different sources of information at the same time. Again, if you're just joining us at 1:40 a.m. on your Sunday morning, we have a confirmed tornado on the ground near Tuskegee, Alabama, moving to the northeast. It's going to be just a little bit north of Tuskegee, moving to the northeast, now moving into the Notasulga area, and eventually it looks like it's going to affect the greater Auburn area, maybe there right along the campus of Auburn University. So you're going to want to be ready to go to your safe place there. As a matter of fact, looking at the velocity product, your tornado is going to be between Reeltown and Notasulga. As we put on, there it is right there. And this is moving in this general direction. So this is going to move right over Notasulga. Lochapoka, you're going to be next in line. If you're down here at Beehive, anywhere north of I-85 or along Highway 14, out there on Wire Road, west of Auburn, you need to be in your safe place. We've also got some rotation showing up here around Reeltown as well. So anywhere from Reeltown to Notasulga, I would be in my safe place. Lochapoka, it's time to go to the lowest floor in your home. You want to go to the center portion of the lowest floor in your home. A closet, a bathroom is a good location. Carry items with you to protect yourself. You want to make sure you've got on a helmet, a blanket, a pillow. A mattress is also a good thing to carry with you. Make sure you've got your phone with you. it's time to go to your safe place. If you're in Reeltown, Notasulga, Lochapoka, if you're on campus at Auburn University, be prepared to go to your safe place. You're not quite in that warning polygon just yet, but if this continues in the path it's taking right now, you will be shortly. The polygon stops just west of the bypass around Auburn, out there on Wire Road. If I'm not talking about your location, you have nothing to be concerned about at the moment. This is an isolated, confirmed tornado that's on the ground near Notasulga, moving to the northeast at about 50 miles per hour. I'll zoom back out, and I'll put the reflectivity back on, and I'll show you that's a nasty looking storm coming right up parallel to I-85, just north of I-85. Downstream, if this holds together, southern Chambers County up there around Lynette and Valley may have to deal with this, but that's a long way off. That's way downstream. Now we've got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning just issued, and this does cover southern Chambers County all the way up to Lynette. It also covers most of Lee County and stretches all the way down to the Columbus area. So that's a new severe thunderstorm warning just issued, covers the entire area of Lee County and southern Chambers County, and the tornado warning continues for that area near Lochapoka. Okay, let me see. Bear with me just a second. All right, we'll go back to the radar. Again, if you're just joining us, we have a tornado warning that has just been issued by the National Weather Service office at Birmingham. This is for a confirmed tornado in western Lee County, Alabama. A tornado warning remains in effect until 2 a.m. for northwestern Lee, northeastern Macon, and south central Tallapoosa County. At 1:34 a.m. this morning, a confirmed tornado was located near Tuskegee. It's a little bit north of there now, moving to the northeast at 50 miles per hour. Locations in the path of this storm include Auburn, Notasulga, Franklin, Waverly, Liberty City, Tallapoosa City, Lochapoka, and the I-85 rest area. I'm going to go back over to the velocity, and we'll see if we can pick out where that. I don't see a well-defined area, honestly, but I do see some significant wind all the way around this Boeing segment that is moving into the Lochapoka area, but I don't see any one particular location that looks suspicious. We did have that a few moments ago, but now I don't see it that much. But look at that. We've got some 60-mile-per-hour winds moving up into the Notasulga area. So right in this area, let me go back to the telestrator. And I'll note, let me change to white here so you can see it. Note that area right there. And that's moving in this general direction. So that's some pretty strong wind moving into Notasulga right there. That wind is 60-mile-per-hour winds. That's sustained wind moving into Notasulga. Yeah. So the Weather Service is telling us that they think the tornado's trying to spin up again right near Notasulga. They lost the indication of a tornado about 3 volume scans ago, but now they're telling us it's trying to spin up again right over Notasulga. And we're looking at a motion something like so. So still, if you're up there in Lochapoka, even the city of Auburn, I would go ahead and go to my safe place. We're going to try to get Tiger Corner camera up here, so just stand by a second. Toomer's Corner, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm doing this on the fly, so it's going to look a little bit rough, but we're going to see if we can get this up on the screen for you. Display capture. Okay, there we go. So this is Toomer's Corner. This is a live shot. Should be looking in the direction, directly at the direction this storm is coming from. And you can see the lightning there populating in the background, just over the hall there. And there is some pretty significant lightning taking place. This camera shot should be looking directly at the direction that this confirmed tornado, once confirmed tornado, would be coming from. Again, if you're just joining us, we're on the air due to a tornado warning that has now been issued by the National Weather Service out of Birmingham. This is going to be for a severe thunderstorm for the entire area of Lee County and for southern Chambers County, and a tornado warning for a possible tornado near Notasulga moving to the northeast at about 50 miles per hour. And that's going to be moving directly over Lochapoka. And if it continues on that path, it'll move awfully close to Auburn University here in the next 30 minutes or so. And we're looking at a live shot from Toomer's Corner, looking in the exact direction that this storm would be coming from. I'm going to take you back over to the radar right quick. And I'll show you where we think the circulation would be right now. It would be right over Notasulga. Let's go back to the velocity. And our reflectivity, I'm sorry. So the leading edge of this moving into the Auburn area right now. If we go back over to the velocity, and the heavy winds are lagging behind this, or at least this volume scan's lagging behind. So we've got the leading edge of this moving into Auburn right now. Okay, so they're telling us now that the rotation has weakened in western Lee County, but very strong winds remain. So we're waiting to see if they're going to continue this tornado warning. They may be about to let the tornado warning, or they may be about to cancel the tornado warning based off of what I'm reading online here. We're about to get an answer. One of the meteorologists have actually asked the question, do you anticipate continuing the tornado warning? So Birmingham is telling us that they're not going to continue the tornado warning at this time. Circulation has fallen apart, but they're going to keep watching it closely. So that's good news for Notasulga and Lochapoka and Auburn. So the National Weather Service in the process of canceling that tornado warning. But a very heavy thunderstorm nonetheless, currently moving into the Auburn, Opelika area. Going to take you back over to the live shot of Toomer's Corner. You can see the camera's actually shaking on the pole. You can see off in the distance the Toomer's Corner Oaks, and here comes the rain. And you're looking at it live as it's happening in downtown Auburn. That's a pretty impressive shot right there. Wow. I would estimate those winds at least 50 miles per hour, maybe even 60 to 70 miles per hour. It's going to move through pretty quick. Looks like the power grid's holding pretty good. But that's tremendous wind right there. Again, if you're just joining us, we're on the air due to a tornado warning that was issued just a few moments ago for western Lee County. Weather Service has since canceled the tornado warning, but they have continued with a severe thunderstorm warning that covers all of Lee County and southern Chambers and extreme southern Tallapoosa. And you are looking at live video of the storm, the leading edge of the storm moving into the Auburn area. Opelika, you're next. And it looked like we had 50, maybe 60 mile per hour sustained winds as the leading edge of that moved in. The wind appears to be calming down just a little bit now, but you can see torrential rainfall continues. Let's go back to the radar, and you can see that outer edge of that storm now, just to the east of Auburn, about to move into Opelika. Beauregard about to get you as well. Conditions should be improving in Notasulga at the moment. So I'll zoom back out now and kind of show you the whole area. We were concentrating on that particular part of Lee County because we had that tornado warning that was in effect, and that polygon is still on the screen, but they have canceled that tornado warning. So if we go back up to the north, you'll see that we have heavy rainfall now in eastern portions of Tallapoosa, and that's moving into western Chambers up there around Pennon, all the way down to about Camp Hill, and about to move into Lafayette. All that's going to continue moving off to the east. Very heavy rainfall now in Randolph County from Dickert up the 431 corridor up to around Wedowee. Heavy rainfall up around Newell, and then that continues up into Cleburne County all the way north of I-20. Pockets of heavy rainfall over in Carroll County, but the main line still back in Alabama. Once this main front moves through, the severe threat will be over. So you're about to be in the good over here in East Alabama. There's the leading edge of it. And now once this area clears your location, you will no longer have a threat of severe weather. That is the main line, or what's left of it. And I'll zoom out even further so you can see the entire state of both Alabama and Georgia. We have a new tornado watch that's just been issued for West Georgia. That is the entire width of the state of Georgia, all the way over almost to Augusta and south down to about Tifton, Georgia, and also all the way down into Florida. We're talking about from Perry, Florida, all the way back to Pensacola now under a tornado watch. All of southeast Alabama continues under a tornado watch. East Alabama also continues under a tornado watch officially until 4 a.m. this morning. So a large chunk of the state of Georgia now going under a tornado watch, which will go out until 8 a.m. It expires at 9 a.m. Eastern will be the expiration on that. Well, let's go back a little closer on East Alabama. Again, the only areas we have under warnings at this time will be southern Chambers County, basically from Lynette down all the way to Columbus. So that gets southern Chambers and all of Lee County. And I got to tell you, we got some pretty significant returns on radar there in extreme eastern or southeastern Tallapoosa County, just east of Dadeville, north of Waverly, near Camp Hill. So that's telling me we've got some pretty good wind and perhaps even some hail taking place there around Camp Hill this morning. Let's look at that on the base velocity. I don't see any indication of any spin ups right there. So I think we're fine. Other than we've probably got some hail there. Radar is telling us there's at least a 50% chance of hail and about a 20% chance that hail is of severe size, which is 3/4 of an inch. So we'll go back over to the reflectivity and again show you that severe thunderstorm warned area. That would be southern Chambers and all of Lee, and that's moving off to the east-northeast. So if you're over here in southern Troup County, Harris County, maybe down into Muskogee, you're probably going to be seeing a severe thunderstorm warning coming for you here shortly from the National Weather Service out of Peachtree City, if I had to guess. Now, if you're in Clay County, the severe weather threat has ended. As a matter of fact, Talladega has been removed from the tornado watch. Also, Coosa County has been removed from the tornado watch. Chilton County, Autauga County, Lowndes County, Dallas, all of the central Alabama counties have been removed from the tornado watch, and Birmingham's clearing counties pretty quick, so they should be clearing Clay County at any moment. And though officially you're still under the tornado watch, I can tell you that severe threat has moved into Randolph County now, so you're pretty much in the clear if you're in Clay. And Tallapoosa, other than that little cell sitting right there on the Tallapoosa Chambers County line just north of Camp Hill, other than that little spot, most of Tallapoosa County is in the clear, including Alexander City. So if you're watching us from Alex City this morning, you got rain. It's going to be raining for another hour or so, maybe 2 hours. But the severe weather threat has ended. You're safe to go to bed. Same for Elmore County. Don't see anything going on down there. All of the threat is over in East Alabama, and the only area that has a significant threat right now is this portion of the storm that's bowing a little bit as it moves through Lee County and up into southern Chambers County. All right, so here we go. Tornado watch has now been canceled for Calhoun and Clay counties of Alabama. Apparently, Birmingham's listening to us this morning. They're canceling those counties as we're talking about them. So things are going to be improving across East Alabama pretty quick now. Maybe for those of you who are watching us up here in northeast Georgia, let's take a look at what's. I'll switch to the Atlanta radar for just a moment, and let's take a peek at what's going on up here, because I can hear some pretty good rain and wind going on outside. We've already had one transformer blow up on the mountain this morning, but luckily it was beyond our studios, so the power did go down for just a second. It came back up, and so far we've held pretty good. So we do have a strong thunderstorm over in Lumpkin County. That would be just to the west of Dahlonega. That's moving to the east. Let me put this in motion right quick and we'll get a fix. Okay, it's actually moving northeast. So the majority of that may stay out of White County. So it looks like it may slip to the north. But we have cells developing down around Gainesville that are moving north as well, so that'll move up into White County. Pretty good storm up there around Helen, Georgia, stretching all the way back over to Toccoa at this hour. But nothing severe up in North Georgia. The only severe that we have at the moment is going to be this storm in Lee County, Alabama. So I'm going to, bear with me just a second. I'm going to switch back over to the chat room. Donna's with us this morning. She's asking, how is Cleburne and Randolph County? Well, you've got a thunderstorm moving through, but no warnings for Cleburne or Randolph County. Bunch of heavy wind. You've probably got 30, 40 mile per hour wind gust. I see a couple of hail markers up there in Randolph County, maybe some hail just to the east of Wedowee, and maybe some up there around Crystal Lake. And it is pretty gusty, windy, very heavy rainfall as that line moves through Randolph. Cleburne County, you've got the same thing. Heavy rain moving into the eastern portions of Cleburne County, up there around Tallapoosa, all the way down to around Ranburne. We have very heavy rainfall. Special weather statement just issued by the National Weather Service out of Peachtree City. This is going to catch southern Carroll County all the way up to around Carrollton. So Roopville all the way down to Franklin. Special weather statement by the National Weather Service. Let me get the text of this up for you. Strong thunderstorm will impact portions of southern Carroll, Heard, and northwestern Coweta County through 3:30 a.m. Eastern. At 3:04 a.m., National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated a strong thunderstorm over Big Springs, that's in Randolph County, or 8 miles east of Wedowee, moving to the northeast at 60 miles per hour. The hazard will be 40 to 50 mile per hour winds and an increased chance of a brief tornado, though nothing is indicated at the moment. So we're talking about Carrollton, Franklin, Whitesburg, Ephesus, Central Hatchie, Roopville, Plant Yates, out there at Byers Crossroads. We're talking about Roosterville, Waresville, maybe over there at Texas, Georgia, and Plant Wansley. So that's that storm coming. They're giving the special weather statement for this storm coming through Randolph County. So you heard what the statement said. 40 to 50 mile per hour winds are being noted in Randolph County as we speak, and I would expect the same thing happening up in Cleburne County as well, from Coldwater all the way back down to Ranburne. Roanoke, you're just about to catch the leading edge of the heavy wind gust as they move through that area. Probably already is windy in Roanoke. But again, the only weather we have that is meeting severe criteria is going to be these storms down in Chambers, Southern Chambers, and Lee County. And right now, the heaviest, even down in Lee County, is going to be in the Beauregard area. From Beauregard south all the way down to the county line. This is moving to the east-northeast. So Bleecker and Smith Station, heads up for you. This is coming in moving in your general direction. I'll zoom back out where you can see the overall picture. Question about Bowden. Bowden, you're going to be in that special weather statement that's just been issued. By the National Weather Service out of Atlanta. Actually, you're not in it. You're just a little bit north of that polygon, but you're about to get some really heavy rain in Bowden and really gusty winds. 30 to 40 mile per hour winds in Bowden, certainly a good possibility over the next 30 minutes or so. Linda's watching us from Dickert. Kayla asking about Beulah on Lake Harding. This is moving in your general direction. The north end of the heaviest part of this is going to move right across Lake Harding. So if you're down there on the water at Lake Harding, be prepared for some pretty heavy weather about to move across that area. Phoenix City, yes, you're in the path of the heaviest part of this. Daviston, Alabama, you're in the good. I mean, the heaviest part of this, or the severe part of this, is already past Daviston. Troup County, you're going to get part of this that's coming out of Randolph County, so you're probably looking at 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gust. Paula says it's not doing much in 5 Points. It's right on top of you. It may be just a little bit west of the intersection there at 5 Points, but it's moving east pretty rapidly. Wedowee, can Wedowee go back to bed? Yeah, I think so. The wind gust, the front gust has already moved through Wedowee. I wouldn't be ready to call all clear for Wedowee, but it looks like the most threatening part of this has already moved through Wedowee. So I think you're good to go to bed. Warm Springs, Georgia, yeah, you got some pretty heavy weather coming in. Same for Glenn, Georgia. Lee County is still under a warning, but Auburn is in the clear. Actually, it looks like Opelika is in the clear. The heaviest part of that storm in Lee County now is over near Salem, just west of Bleecker, east of Beauregard, from about Beans Mill down to Salem. That's where the threatening part of this line is in Lee County, and it's moving east. So Beauregard, you're in the clear. Opelika and Auburn also in the clear. If I'm not, the only warning we have is for this part of the storm down in Lee County. Officially, southern Chambers is also included in this warning, but the heaviest part of this storm is down in Lee County. You got 30, 40-mile-an-hour gusty winds coming through southern Chambers. But everybody else, you're below severe limits. So we don't have anything special for any of all the towns across East Alabama and West Georgia. You're under a tornado watch, but those tornado watches are being canceled rather quickly as well. Clay County now in the clear. They just canceled the tornado watch for Clay. Randolph and Cleburne, you'll be removed from the tornado watch here probably in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Heavy rain in Roanoke. Thank you, Jackie Lee Brown. Hey, Bryce. Yeah, I got one eye on White County. Heavy rain in Graham. Thank you for that report, John. Roanoke is scary. Yeah, it looks scary. It probably sounds scary, but you are well below severe limits in Roanoke. Yes, Troup County just went under a severe thunderstorm warning, and it's going to be basically from Hogansville down to the north end of West Point Lake and south and east. The extreme northern sections of Troup up around the Heard County line will not be included in this warning, but downtown LaGrange, you are included in this warning, and it stretches all the way over to Greenville and then down to Hamilton. And I told you, what I tell you, about 5 minutes ago in those areas, get ready. You're probably about to get a severe thunderstorm warning, and that is precisely what the National Weather Service at Peachtree City has decided to do. So let me read this warning to you. The National Weather Service in Peachtree City has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Meriwether County in west central Georgia, northern Muskogee County in west central Georgia, Troup County, south central Coweta County, northwestern Talbot County, and Harris County in west central Georgia until 4:15 a.m. Eastern. At 3:11 a.m. Eastern, severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending from near Chambers County Lake to Beans Mill to near Griffin Mill to near Parkmanville in East Alabama. And this line of storms is moving to the northeast at 55 miles per hour. The hazard with this storm is 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, which could cause damage to roofs, siding, and trees. So the following locations are in the path of this storm: Columbus, LaGrange, Hamilton, Greenville, Manchester, West Point, Hogansville, Grantville, Pine Mountain, Woodbury, Luthersville, Waverly Hall, Warm Springs, Lone Oak, Gay, Georgia, Pine Mountain, Callaway Gardens, Bibb City, or just to mention a few of those areas that may be in the path of this storm. And again, it is for primarily, let me see if I can draw a circle around. No, that's not going to work. We'll do it freestyle. How about that? It's not going to look pretty. It's mainly for this part of the line that is moving in this direction. This stuff up here in northern Chambers, it's rough, but it's below severe limits. This stuff up in Randolph County, it's rough, but it's below severe limits. The activity that's taking place in southern Chambers and extreme eastern Lee is where the severe weather is occurring, and that's what's moving into Georgia, and that's what's prompted multiple counties to go under a severe thunderstorm warning there in West Georgia. And again, we continue with a special weather statement in southern Carroll County, eastern Carroll County, Coweta, northern Coweta, and back into Heard. That's for the part of this storm moving out of Randolph County over into Heard County. Wedowee, you're in the clear. Newell, you're in the clear. Roanoke, you'll be in the clear in just a moment. It's probably hard to believe right this second because it is pouring in Roanoke all the way out to Highway 22 out around Rock Mills. We've got very heavy rainfall all the way down the 431 corridor from Roanoke down to Welch, Stroud, all the way down to 5 Points, Buffalo, and even into Lafayette. Very heavy rainfall taking place all the way down that 431 corridor. But once this area moves out of Alabama, moves out of your county, you are no longer under a threat of severe weather. There's more heavy rain out there, but the only part of this storm we got to be concerned about is the part that's moving over 431 right now. All right, we've got an upgrade now. The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for this part of the storm that's coming out of Randolph County. And I'll read it to you. The National Weather Service in Peachtree City has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Carroll County, southwestern Douglas County, northern Heard County, northwestern Coweta County, and southwestern Fulton County. This warning is in effect until 3:45. At 3:16 a.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Flournoy, or 8 miles west, northwest rather, of Franklin, moving to the northeast at about 60 miles per hour. So, the area that was under that special weather statement now under a severe thunderstorm warning, as this line of storms moving out of Randolph has intensified as it crossed over the state line. And the National Weather Service in Peachtree City making the decision to go with a warning. Understand that Birmingham controls Randolph, Peachtree City controls Heard. So as that storm moves across Randolph County and crosses the state line, the responsibility of warning is passed off to Peachtree City. And sometimes Peachtree City is a little more liberal with their warnings than Birmingham is. And though I didn't see where the storm intensified very much. It was strong when it came across Randolph, but Peachtree City has decided to issue a warning for that particular storm. So that's why that went severe on you real quick as it crossed over the state line. Now, we'll watch and see if they do the same thing with this portion of the line that's still back in Alabama, from Roanoke all the way over to the state line and down there around 5 Points. One of the things I think probably prompted this warning, you'll notice this part of the line is kind of bowed out. And so that's an indication the winds are stronger along this particular part of the front. And that may be why they decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on that warning. Back to the south, it's not so bowed from about Texas, Georgia, back to around Rock Mills, down to around 5 Points, Macocius Mills. It's not bowing in the forward motion. It's kind of bowing back to the west. Then we see it bow again, and that's where another severe thunderstorm warning is, from just north of Lynette all the way down the Alabama-Georgia state line. And then we have multiple counties under warnings in West Georgia. So where you see that line bow forward, that's where the most significant winds would most likely be occurring. And as soon as we get that portion of the storm out of Roanoke and into southern Heard County, Randolph County is going to be completely in the clear. Wedowee, you're already in the clear. And even though you're officially still under the tornado watch, Tallapoosa County, you're all clear. You can go to bed. Yes, Opelika is out of the severe threat for the night. I know it's still thundering, Sharon, in Alex City, but that's because of some heavy rain that's moving into the area. The severe threat is well to your east and moving east. And Tallapoosa County is in the clear from tornadoes and damaging wind. Pennon, yes, I think you are. Yes, that storm was pretty strong when it moved through the Salem area. Good morning, Phoenix City. Yes, that portion of the storm that moved through Omaha about 5 minutes ago was in that Boeing segment. Yes. Yes, Auburn, you can go to bed. Cleburne County, you're pretty much in the clear, except right there along the Cleburne County, Carroll County line. Other than that, most of Cleburne is in the clear. Is it over for Beulah? Let me go down here and take a look. Yes, the severe part of the storm that moved through Lee County is pretty much right along the Chattahoochee River now, right along the Alabama-Georgia state line, and it's moving east. So unless you're right there on the state line in Lee County, you're pretty much in the clear. And you still got some really heavy rainfall down here in the southeastern corner of the county, Smith Station. And then right along the Chattahoochee River, all the way back up to Valley and Lynette, and then swinging back toward Lafayette, some heavy rain. But for the most part, Lee County is in the clear from significant severe weather. Haywood is out of power. Thank you for that report, Matthew. As far as I know, Wadley's okay. I got some young ones down there. I certainly hope so. 5 points should be in the clear. Let me look right quick. Yeah, you still got some thunder and lightning right there around 5 points, but the leading edge of that line is crossing into Georgia. You're on the backside of that leading storm surge there at 5 points. You're not completely in the clear, but give it about 10 or 15, you will be. Listen, you folks who make those comments about we're going to die, that will get you blocked. Goodbye. I'm just not going to put up with that kind of nonsense. You may be kidding, but this is not a joking matter. So if you want to make comments like that, you're going to get blocked. Standing Rock is getting hammered. Yep, you got some really heavy rainfall right there. Actually came through Standing Rock Christmas morning. You could still see signs of where the tornado damage took place there. Beans Mill still experiencing heavy rain and wind. Yeah, things are improving in Roanoke. Verlonia is not quite in the clear, but you're getting close. Coming down hard in Phoenix City. Yes, Beauregard, you're pretty much in the clear. LaGrange, you're under severe thunderstorm warning. Loretta, you got to have a place to go and get out of that mobile home when you have weather like this. It could have rolled over very easily. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate the kind words. Power is out in the Beulah, Casita area. Golly, y'all are typing so fast I can't keep up with you. Power flickering on and off in Lynette. Wadley's in the clear. Smith Station. You're on the back side of it. I wouldn't call you clear, but you're on the back side of it. Another 5 minutes or so, and you should be good. I'm going to say this. Basically, if you're in Alabama, you're in the clear with the exception of the Randolph County, Heard County line, Chambers County, Troup County line, and down here at the state line. Actually, the leading edge of this, the strongest part of this now, has cleared Lee County as well. So really the only folks who have to be concerned about severe weather now is in Georgia. Officially, we still have a tornado watch for Cleburne, Randolph, Chambers, Tallapoosa, Lee, but those counties will be removed from this watch fairly quickly, as the leading edge of this line of thunderstorms now right along the Alabama-Georgia line, moving into Georgia. Yeah, some pretty good thunder up there at Carrollton. Thank you, Kathy. Aaron, this is a fast-moving front. I mean, the severe part's moving away from you now. So the severe threat in the Beulah-Casita area is ending almost as I speak. Now, you're going to have some light to moderate rainfall that will continue probably for a couple of hours. The backside of the moderate rainfall is clearing Montgomery. It's clearing Clanton over in Chilton County. It's clearing Birmingham East. So another couple of hours of light to moderate rainfall across East Alabama, but the severe threat is ending quickly in East Alabama. That is along the leading edge of all of this, which is now pushing into West Georgia and pulling away from East Alabama. We really did get lucky with all of this. We had a pretty dynamic weather setup, and so we very easily could have had more severe weather than we did. I mean, we certainly could have had a lot of tornadic cells. Had this moved through during the daylight hours, where we had some heating of the day taking place, this would have been a totally different situation. It would have been a significant severe weather outbreak. Well, we did have a handful of tornadoes. That's why we're on right now. We had a tornado warning issued, about 55 minutes ago, which threatened western Lee County, and there for a moment actually looked like this was going to move right through the middle of Auburn University. But the circulation dissipated almost as quickly as it began, and so we got lucky there. We did have a tornado down south of Montgomery, down on Pike Road. That was confirmed. There was some tornado damage. I think it was down around Greenville, Alabama, and that's where the Montgomery Pike Road tornado came from. And then that same cell is what spawned the tornado in extreme western Lee County about an hour ago. Then we had multiple severe thunderstorm warnings all across West Alabama as the storms moved through last night. But then when they got into the central Alabama area, right there along the I-65 corridor, just as we predicted they would do, the storm started to weaken some. Then when they moved over into East Alabama, they redeveloped and got strong again. And we had a complex that came from the south that merged with the main line, and that's what caused the tornado warnings in southern Montgomery County and over into Bullock County and eventually southern Tallapoosa and western Lee County. So there you go, folks. That's what we're looking at the moment. No tornado warnings. We do have a tornado watch that remains in effect until 8 a.m. Eastern. For a good chunk of the state of Georgia, from the Alabama state line all the way east over to near Augusta. And that main line is moving out of Alabama into West Georgia as we speak. And we do have a couple of different severe thunderstorm warnings, most of which are going to be down south. Now, we do have that warning for southern Heard County and all of Troup County, stretching down into Harris. That's in our coverage area. But from that point, from about Harris County, every county in West Georgia is under a severe thunderstorm warning all the way down to about Americus. And then all of southeast Alabama is also under a severe thunderstorm warning. So no question, the Weather Service is warning every county along that line of storms as it moves off to the east. How long before Phoenix City is in the clear? Well, you've still got some pretty good storms in the area, so I'm going to give you probably another 15, 20 minutes or so. All right, folks, so we're going to go back to standby mode. We're going to continue to watch this since we have no tornado warnings in effect. We're going to go back and monitor offline. If we were to go under any warnings, any tornado warnings, I'll be right back with you, and we'll continue with this over in West Georgia. But at the moment, things are improving tremendously across East Alabama. Just about all of East Alabama now completely out of danger as far as severe weather is concerned. You do have a lot of rain stretching from Gadsden down to Anniston, down through Talladega, Clay, Coosa, Elmore County, and that's going to be moving off to the east. So you're going to get some rain, no question about that, but the severe threat is along the leading edge of all this, which has now pushed into West Georgia. So if you're in Alabama, you're good to go to bed. If you're in West Georgia, as soon as the thunder and lightning starts to subside, you're good to go to bed as well. We'll watch this for you offline. If there's a reason to come back and continue with our coverage, we certainly will do that. We appreciate you joining us here on Dr. Don's Weather. If you get a chance to support us, we ask that you consider doing that. We do all of this, and we do it with your support. So hopefully you'll take a moment to support us. And if you own a business and would like to be a partner with us here on Dr. Don's Weather, just send me a message on Messenger, and I'll tell you how you can go about doing that. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. We'll see you back in here later today with your prime time forecast, unless we go under a tornado warning. If we do, then I'll come right back and continue with our coverage. And just as I'm saying all of that, Cleburne, Randolph, Clay, Tallapoosa have all been removed from the tornado watch. Chambers County and Lee County continues under the tornado watch, but that'll only be for another 15 minutes or so. So Randolph, you're completely in the clear now, and you can go to bed. And we'll be back with you later today with your primetime forecast here on Dr. Don's Weather. Thanks for joining us.